Hi everybody, welcome to our program today. Today promises to be an explosive one. Why do I say it's explosive? Because now we're getting really serious. We're bringing you people that normally you would have to pay a lot of money to have a session with them, but they have been kind enough to avail us of their time. So I am very, very, very excited. I am very grateful that our guest today has given us a privilege to offer us his very, very valuable time. Because when you see a good thing and you keep it for yourself, then you're being selfish. You don't want to do that. So when you have a very, very juicy, fun packed and power loaded interview as the one we're gonna have today, you don't want to keep it to yourself. You just got to share it. So that's why we advise you to share to everybody that needs to know. And then we are gonna bring our guest in today. Today we're gonna do a fast run on the program because the time of our guest is very, very valuable. I don't want to take it for granted. We're going to do 30 minutes, but it's going to be 30 minutes that is power packed. Okay, so get everybody around, and if you all are ready, we're gonna turn the video the other way. If you guys are ready, we're gonna bring in our guest. Our special guest is Coach Alex. Coach Alex is already with me, but I'm going to bring him in now.
If you give me a moment, I'm inviting at least 2,000 people right now.
Awesome. Okay. So, Coach Alex has asked us to allow him. He's sharing the video right now. That's what I like. So you guys should be sharing the video also. As soon as he finishes sharing the video, because he's using his phone, then he's gonna flip the phone to be horizontal, and then we're gonna bring him in.
You're going to have people joining already from Tanzania, from Liberia.
Awesome. People are joining from Tanzania, from all over the world, from South Africa, from everywhere. As you guys saw in the flyer, he's an international coach. He coaches business executives. This is somebody that I just feel privileged to have this kind of people that I can call my mentors, and they treat me like little me. They treat me like their friend, and it's a great privilege. I don't want to take it for granted, and that's why I have asked them to allow me to share them with my friends and people that are in my network, because I know what I've learned from these people, and I know that the only way is the only way it can be beneficial is when I share it with my friends and with people that also mean a lot to me, and they can also benefit from what I have benefited from these people. So that's why we have Coach Alex in the house today. It is 10:05. Make sure.
Okay, so let's do this.
All right. Okay. Beautiful. It's 10:05, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together as we welcome Coach Alex himself. Coach Alex is in the house.
Yes, come on, everybody, come on. If you know anything about me, guys, even when I'm sleeping, I'm generating energy. To me, there is never. Listen to this. There is never the wrong time to be energetic.
Yeah.
It's either you are sucking energy or you are giving energy. I can tell you right now, if you decide to be one of those who's giving energy, rest assured, you will never be bored. You will never be broke. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
People complain. Like the easiest thing to do is complain. You can never find excuse and success heading the same direction. You can never find excuse and success heading the same direction. Right? Often enough, always they are heading different directions. So, listen, it's a great. I know Chidi is being generous with words. This is. There's no better time to be alive than now. There's no better time to be alive than now. There's no better time to dream bigger than now. I'm not saying dream big. I'm talking dream bigger. Come on, somebody. Type and say dream capital letters.
Coach Alex, Coach Alex, Coach Alex, Coach Alex. Hold on. You see, that's what I told you about. Coach Alex already set this interview on fire. That's the kind of person I'm talking about. Coach Alex, I'm going to let you do this like we normally do it. Like we say, we don't like to reinvent the wheel. If anybody Googles Coach Alex Ihama, they will find you. But I want to hear in your own words, we want to know, who is Coach Alex Ihama?
How long do we have again?
30 minutes.
Listen. The best form of introduction is I am a grateful son of the Most High God. I'm a kingdom ambassador. I owe all that I am and all that I have to my Creator. I don't just believe in God. I live in God, right? So I make every effort to not step out from His shadow. So who am I? Is a man who's received so much grace from God that I cannot help but be a conduit, be a medium, be the bridge for people to discover their purpose and build their ministry and business on their purpose so that they will never suffer lack or seek again. Now, you say, okay, that's too spiritual. Let me come down a little bit. I'm a coach. If you have to call me anything, just call me a coach. I'm a strategist. I work for the big three of the biggest banks in Toronto for, almost 20 years. And towards the end of that term, what I realized was there was more than this. No matter how far you go in life, if it's the wrong direction, you will never be satisfied. I had all I needed. I'm telling you, I had like literally everything I needed, material-wise anyway, relationship-wise anyway. But there was an emptiness in me, and that led me to a man called Dr. Mike Moreau, blessed memory, pastor. I literally flew to the Bahamas to meet him. Forget about YouTube. I still watch his videos. I ordered 22 of his books. I read them, I don't know, in so short a time, bought my ticket, went to him, and he helped me to understand that life is about purpose. So who is Alex Ihama? He's a man of purpose, a man on mission to enable people to discover their purpose as well.
Thank you so much, Coach Alex. Now, you already went ahead of me, but I was going to say, how did it happen? How did you, at what point, or what are the things that led to you becoming the man that you are right now? Because you seem to have discovered what you want to do in life. How did it happen? At what point did it happen?
If you're asking at what point I discovered my purpose, it was the point that, I realized that there was more to it than life. So the discovery of purpose is not instantaneous. It begins to brew in you. I tell people this, listen, for those of you listening, and I want you to be commenting. I'm not seeing your comment, but I'm going to go down and read it later on. So if you're watching this, especially if you're one of my 150,000 students in 45 countries at the School of Greatness, I want you to be on this one. I often tell people and say, in your pain is your purpose. In your mess is your message. Don't confuse what you do for a living with what you were created to do. So if you are feeling any of those emptiness, it should lead you not to booze, not to drugs, not to smoke, not to any of those vices, but it should start leading you on a path to discover yourself. So for me, when I discovered myself, my eyes opened. It's almost like the conversion of Apostle Paul, where it says the scale fell off from his eyes. My eyes opened. I'm like, wow, I literally ascended into a different realm of human existence. People don't understand that. In this world, you think the world, people often thought the world was flat, and you look at it, you still think it's flat. There are levels. Some people are thinking so low, you can't even talk to them, right? So I literally ascended to another level of my being, B-E-I-N-G. And at that point, I looked down and I saw that there were so many people doing so well, doing so many great things, but yet had not discovered their purpose. And like Moses said, God, if you are truly God, how come the Israelites are suffering in Egypt? And God says, listen, Moses, I've raised you up for such a time as this. Martin Luther King said, listen, I went to to school, I have PhD. How come people are still racist against me? And God says, listen, I've raised you up for such a time as this. Nelson Mandela said, I don't understand. South Africa is for black people. This is a black continent. Why are we subjected to apartheid and things like that? God says, I have raised you up for such a time like this. Mother Teresa said, why are there so much hunger? I can't understand. Why are people dying of hunger when 10 people on the planet are valued over $1 trillion? And God said, hey, you may be a nun, but I've raised you up for such a time like this. What's my point? My point is what pains you the most is what you were raised up to find the solution for.
That is awesome. So now you discovered your purpose and you discovered that you were raised up for a time like this. What and what did you start doing, or what and what did you do to make sure that you followed that your purpose, you followed that your dream, and you actualized it? You already told us how you flew to the Bahamas, but was that all you did? What and what did you do to make sure that you follow your dream?
So number one, like I know people who come to, like at the School of Greatness, which I run, the first course is a prerequisite. No matter what you come in there with, oh, please, I need help to get a job. Oh, I want to be a public speaker. Oh, I want to conquer fear. We have over 300 courses. You can go right now, schoolofgreatness.africa. We've just launched that for the African continent. Or you can go schoolofgreatness.ca, which is for the North American continent. Now, the very first thing you do is you make a commitment. Commitment, people, we don't hear a lot about commitment. You don't put on CNN and they say, oh, we have to commit. Nobody talks about commitment. People go into relationship and they are expecting it to work without commitment. They get married, no commitment. They get a job, no commitment. Listen, commitment is the hidden ingredient. Hidden. It's hidden from the eyes of that realm. I talked about different realms even on the planet. It's hidden. Commitment is that level you get to and you say, you know what? Listen to this. Listen to this. I'm going to say it in the words of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King says, until a man can rise above his individualistic concern for a broader concern of humanity, he's not fit to live. So you have to rise above. You have to rise above the average thinking. You have to rise above mediocrity. You have to rise above laziness, rise above procrastination, rise above. So I can stay on that point. In fact, I'm not going to give you number 2. I'm just going to stay on that. His question was, what did you do? Yes, you went to Bahamas. Yes, you went this. Yes, you bought 20 books. Yes. What is it? The number 1, and frankly, there's no number 2, because that commitment, a lot of people are going to live on earth and never actually experience the joy of commitment. They will not even know what it meant. I often say this. Have effort. If this was an audience, I've spoken to thousands, 5,000, at the same time, one shot. And I asked a question. I said, you are going to shout the answer so loud that even if your answer is not as loud, we will know what the general consensus is. I said, when you put in half the effort into anything, what do you get? People will often tell me, and if I was to ask you right now, Mr. Chidi, you probably say the same thing. People say half the result. You get 0, my friend. You don't put in half the effort into your marriage and expect it to work. You don't put half the effort into your business and expect it to be successful. So there's nothing like half effort. I don't have 99% in my dictionary. When I said I was coming to this show, I brought my A game. I don't have a B game, by the way. Right? I've been to an event. I went to an event in New York the other time. And, they were expecting lots of people, and it was literally a handful. They paid thousands of US dollars to fly me down, and it was a handful. And after the session, I got lots of great feedback, but the one I cherished the most was the amazing host who said, I was so sad that we couldn't get the number of people we expected. He said, but looking at how you delivered your message, I've been to your event, you delivered it as if you were speaking to 5,000 people. For me, that was the greatest compliment. Why? Because it tells me that I don't segregate, I don't discriminate, I come in with my A game. I'm here with my A game. This is Alex coming here again.
I know that so well. I've seen your videos, I've seen you talk to a packed audience, and I have seen you talk to the smallest unit of your community your Nigerian community in Canada, and you came out firing. You came out charged. Everybody was on their feet, and you've talked to me personally, sitting one-on-one, and you sound the same thing. That's why I already told people that you don't know what you're going to get. You need to share this with everybody, because here you have a man who is flown around the world and paid lots of money, and he has accepted to just come, stay in front of us, and give us what we're hearing today. Thank you so much, Coach Alex. Now, my next question is this, Coach Alex. So, when you discovered your purpose, and then first of all, I'd like you to really let us know some of the things that you offer in your School of Greatness because you have come to a point where you have diversified. I know you've written books. I want to paint a picture of what you're all about, your organization, and the kind of things that you do, so that I can kind of bring people a little bit into your world and your business life. Can you take us through some of the things that you do, and some of the names of your brands and your businesses, and what you do under the School of Greatness?
Thank you so much, Chidi. You are so generous. In 2006, I was going through hell on earth. People don't know. They think hell, you have to die to go to hell. Some people are in hell right now, right here on earth. So I was going through my hell on earth here. I was troubled to the spirit, troubled to the core. I could not understand. Everything I had done was not working. And that's why people woke up to me, Alex, I've tried everything. I said, you could not have tried everything. I thought so 2006. I thought I tried everything. Like, there's no way you could try everything. So anyway, at that point, I was, for those who know Toronto, I think Toronto, Highway 27, and there's this big college called Humble College. I needed to take one technology course, just one course to learn some technology. And I went there and I saw how massive it was. And I'm like, okay, maybe this school, come on somebody, maybe this school can help me on how to beat fear. Like, why do I have this fear? My stomach churns me and I just have this angst. Maybe. So I went to the department. I said, do you have a course on fear? They're looking at me like, okay, this guy is probably crazy. So I said, do you have a course on procrastination? There are things I would love to do. I said, okay, do you have a course on, how to be a better person, life skills? They said, no. And I was like, okay. So I took the brochure home, massive brochure. I don't even think there was Facebook then or anything. But I looked through and I saw geography and physics and all these courses, which, they're okay. But the skills we need to be what we should, there was zero in it. So I went into internet, checked out even Harvard University, York University, Toronto, University of Toronto. I'm like, are you kidding me? No school, come on, no school teaches you the skill you need to be all you should. In fact, they told me in my days that there were 9 planets. My doctor came home from 2 years ago. He said, Daddy, Pluto is not a planet, it's 8 planets. So what they teach you in conventional school changes according to the politics, the socio-economics, or what's going on. But the knowledge that has been the same time immemorial, we're talking from Socrates and Plato, across Jesus Christ, and to Mahatma Gandhi, and to Martin Luther King, and to even today, doesn't change. How to be a leader 5,000 years ago, a great leader, is how to be a leader today. It doesn't change. Then the vision dawned on me. Come on, I often say, in your pain is your purpose. I heard it so clearly. My son, you are going to build a school that is going to be teaching people the skills to maximize their potential. That is going to be teaching people the strategy to conquer their challenges. I'm like, okay, so first of all, I thought it was going to be, I'm like, my Lord, how do I buy a building like this Humble College? This is like probably, I don't know, like $50 million. How do I? And it says, don't worry, with time, they'll become clearer to you. And over time, like I said, we have over 150, and that's just be conservative. We impact millions of people every year. So all we did was start small. The first course is purpose. And I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this right now, I spoke to our technology folk already. Go to schoolofgreatness.africa and click on the course, How to Discover Your Purpose. They set it at $1. It's $1. You can go to that place right now and take the course. So, How to Discover Your Purpose, I said, well, we cannot even attempt to make profit from that particular course at all, because everybody needs to discover that. Then people ask me, I just ask them, how come you're passionate like this? Okay, so I did a course, how to generate passion. People say, how do I overcome fear? So we did a course on how to conquer fear. These are video courses just like you're watching, but some of them are really intense and they have questions and answers. So the one about how to discover your purpose, if don't just think you watch the video and run away. There are 21 questions. And believe me, by the time you've answered to the 7th question, things will become clearer for you. This is not religious. This is just anybody takes it. We've had people who don't believe in God. This is not. It's not a church, right? Everything is based on spirituality, but this is not a church, and this is not a seminary, right? This is not. So this is a very unique institution. We Google it all the time. There's no other school like this on the whole planet. So because we're getting so many people coming on board, so we decided to now, because of technology, that's now break it. So we have schoolofgreatness.africa, schoolofgreatness.ca. We are currently working on one in Jamaica, which is going to serve the community. So we have about 300 courses in that school. So what do I have to offer you besides what we're talking about? We have online courses. Now you can access a course on your phone, go on the internet and learn. That's one. Secondly, I've written books. My premium book, the first one was Welcome to Greatness. In fact, that book is upon that book that the School of Greatness was founded. Welcome to Greatness is my own personal memoir telling you of how I went from a life of absolute self to a life of absolute best. How I went from grass to grace. Like literally, how do you take yourself out of wherever you've dug yourself? I mean, the very first, in the introduction, I talked about this. I said, we never fall in trouble. Don't fall into that mindset, I fell in trouble. No, we see the trouble and we head towards it thinking we can walk over it, and then we get stuck. Right? That's we never fall in trouble. So that's what happens. So Welcome to Greatness, it's literally, I mean, I can talk a lot about it all day. So I move to the next one, which is the mystique of leadership. We also discovered that, I was getting an invitation by senator, I've been fortunate enough to coach presidents and vice presidents and senators and bishops and you name them, CEO of multinationals and billionaires. They sit down, Alex, can I take you out for lunch? How long are you in the country for? I say, I'm in the country for 3 days. I'll send somebody to pick you up, we'll go for lunch. And I am sitting down with people literally twice my age, twice my education, twice everything, but they find it interesting to listen to 1 or 2 words I have to offer. And so we decided to write the book, The Mystique of Leadership. Actually, Dr. Miles Moreau is the one that said I needed to write that book. Unfortunately, he passed away before I published it. So if you buy the book, you see there I said a tribute. So I actually wrote the tribute in the opening of the book to him. He also had the copy of Welcome to Greatness. I mean, his feedback is great. So in addition to that, something I do most people don't really know is I am a global strategist. I work with organizations to increase their profit to as much as 400%. I've worked with companies who earn a billion. I'll come up with a strategy to enable them earn 3 billion. So I do that, and that's one of my love. I did it in the bank. All the mechanics of a business. So there's a book I'm working on right now. Will be coming out this year. It's called The Psychology of Sales and Marketing. But we already have an online course on it. A 7-module course. Believe me, when I train that individually, if you come to me and say, Alex, I would love you to spend that time with me to train me on that, it's over $2,000 US. But what we've done is we have condensed it into an online course, and I think you'll be paying, I don't know, about $300 or $400 if you go to the website, schoolofgreatness.ca. You'll find it there. It's also available on schoolofgreatness.africa, so you can go through that course as well. So and many I can go on about that, but that's what I do. You can go on my website, alexihama.com. Find me on Facebook, on social media. I have a lot of people helping me out managing all these things. I try to keep up as much as I can. I'm not a technology guy, but I make myself accessible and available. We have over 5,000 people on WhatsApp, which I just fired off information to them about this event. We have hundreds of thousands of people following us on Facebook and social
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alex Ihama. The reason I wanted to let you talk about yourself is because somebody says, Alex, we would like to know briefly your journey from grace to grace. That's what I was going to talk about now. I want you to, and from our viewers, they're also asking, the reason why we want to know this is that a lot of people, and that is the foundation of this program, a lot of people give up, a lot of people commit suicide because they look at themselves and they think, you know what, I'm not like this man. Look at Alex Ihama. He's success personified. He never had a bad time. I'm not like him. I could never be like him. And they go and commit suicide. Were there times in your life that you faced obstacles? Were there times in your life that you faced challenges? Did you hit all-time low in your life? Take us through that particular time when you almost threw in the towel.
You're asking a very deep question. Now, listen, I did a video yesterday at the lake shore, beside the lake, which they are working on in my production company. And I said something. I said, even now, even as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm sitting on a massive challenge. A lot of people don't know that. It's the commitment I have to positivity. It's the commitment I have to my purpose. It's the commitment I have to my followers. It's the commitment I have to humanity. It's the commitment I have to God that keeps me going. Listen, in the book Welcome to Greatness, I said, never run away from challenge, because the challenges you face today is meant to prepare you for bigger challenges that lay ahead of you. I'll say that again. I didn't say bigger challenges that may come. I'm saying that every challenge that you conquer is to prepare you for a bigger challenge that is waiting for you. So if you go around it, you are going to get crushed by the other challenge. Let me be honest with you. I have struggled with suicidal thoughts. In my early age, maybe late teenage, early 20s and stuff, there was actually a time I looked down a building. I saw a massive tree that had been cut. True, it wasn't a dream. I looked down, I saw a massive tree that had been cut. And something told me, said, just look, nothing's going on for you. Like, look at you, you're notorious, right? I was quite notorious as a kid, in quote, notorious, right? There was no name they didn't use to describe me. I'm one of those that teachers told you will never succeed in life. I'm one of those that when my parents came to school, the teacher would say, oh, Barrister Ihama, I don't understand why God would give you a son like this. I was one of those that used words like nonentity, nincompoop. I only checked those words recently. I didn't even know what they meant. I didn't know what they meant. Let me tell you something. Somebody that I trusted so much, somebody I looked up so much, asked me once, I was probably about 13 or 14. He said, look at you. You are a nuisance. You are a non-entity. You are going nowhere. In fact, you brought so much disgrace to the family. We don't know what to do with you. And he says, look in the mirror. And I look in the mirror. He said, look at him. I'm like, I'm looking in the mirror. And then he asked the question, do you like what you see? I'm thinking, in my mind, I said, I actually do think girls like me. The boys like me. Like, I'm cool. But I knew the answer that was requested of me was no. So I said, no. He said, good, because I don't. Now, from that point, my life was mad with pain, with challenges. I started to do, literally get in trouble, one trouble after the other, literally. I tell youth when I speak to them today, I said, in my days, you think you put your pants on your bum and you think you're cool? In my days, when people see you with me, you get grounded by your parents, if not even arrested by the police, just by being cited with Alex Ihama. See? Some people don't know that, right? So I don't claim those words and those insults, but I can see why they said I was in an entity. I can see why they said all that. So the challenges went on and on. At my 20s, I'm telling you, my early 20s, I had people who were 40 years old, twice my age, attending to me. If I wanted tea, I called them. If I wanted coffee, if I wanted anything, if I wanted a girlfriend, I said, listen, that girl I saw, that place, they'll go bring her to me. Dude, man, I was gone. I don't want to say some words, but I was, yes, gone. Just have that in your imagination. But even then, I got to a state where, and I wrote this in the book, Welcome to Greatness. I said, I got what I wanted, when I wanted it, how I wanted it, where I wanted it, and from who I wanted it. Right? So I woke up one morning and, I started to remember the words of the Bible. I used to go to catechism as a Catholic kid in my town and things. And I realized that everybody that hung around me because I had access to money and access to anything I wanted. So I started to really, even then, get on my journey. That you're talking about my journey now, how I moved from grass to grace. I remember one morning I woke up, I called my brother. I said, bro, I just want to change my life. He said, what do you mean change your life? I said, I just want to change. You remember those days we used to go to church? You remember those things mommy used to say? You remember? Like those things started to come back. And this is why I tell parents, never be frustrated when you think your kids are not listening. They are listening. All the advice my mom was giving to me in tears, I did my mom so much harm. Mommy, I'm sorry. Daddy, I'm sorry. Like I was literally like I did them so much trouble, gave them so much trouble. So all those things started to come back. All the advice my dad gave to me that he thought I never listened to, so everything came back. And I got the Bible. I started reading the Bible. I'm serious. I got the Bible and I started reading. I had not been to church, so I started to give money to the poor, thinking that would get me to grace or salvation. But one day somebody I was just walking on the street, somebody just said, hello, I'd love to invite you to my church, we're having a program. And I said, let's go. And he goes, no, it's not today, it's on Sunday. Like today is like Thursday. Like I'm just giving. So when he looked in my eyes, like, wow, this guy is ready to be saved. Like I was ready, I was fresh, I was hungry. I did not want money anymore. I did not want designer clothes. I did not want Mercedes-Benz. Like I drove the fastest cars in my days when I was younger. My car used to go over like I won't mention the names. These were crazy times, right? So he looked and he said, well, the church is on Sunday. So he saw disappointment in my face. He said, well, if you don't have much going on, you can help me share cards. He gave me the cards to his church. I shared all the cards before he was done. I took his own and I shared it. I was inviting people as if I know the church. Right? I was so much on fire. So anyway, that's how my journey began. I went with him. We started to study the Bible, and eventually, I remember him asking me, "Are you a Christian?" I said, "Yes," because I got baptized. But we didn't go too far before I realized that yes, getting baptized doesn't make you a Christian. Getting baptized doesn't mean you're saved. So I went through all the process, and I gave my life to Christ. And literally, the same talent that I've always had is the same talent I'm using. So where do I get this passion to save the world? Because I have always had the passion, and unfortunately I've used the passion to destroy the world, more like Apostle Paul did in his days, never killed nobody, never taught drugs or all those things, but that is the same passion I'm using. So that's really how it began for me. Like I literally got to a place, and if you are that place today, if you're watching this today and say, you know what, I'm tired, maybe I should commit suicide. I looked at that tree and something told me, jump. It says just jump, that you have no life, you're a non-entity. And all those words started playing in my mind. All those bad words, you're a non-entity, you're a nincompoop, look at it, just jump. So I literally put my head out. And something told me, I heard another voice like, no, don't do that. So I can tell you, I can close my eyes and take myself to that point, I would have.
Wow.
If God had saved me. So if you are in that place today, if you're feeling, please allow me to do this one. If you're feeling trapped, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling pain, you have been hurt, believe me, your time has come. And this is not just some prophetic brouhaha or whatever. No, I'm telling you the truth. Because when you get to the end of the rope, that is when life begins. If you say, I know it all, you are the biggest fool. If you say, I have it all, you are even a bigger fool. Like no man knows it all, no man has it all, man or woman, it doesn't matter. So, but if you are at that place, rest assured that the God who created you, I know this, I'm a testimony. I'm not talking from a book. Listen, Apple, Steve Jobs did not make Apple phone, I'm using an Apple phone, and said, this Apple phone, you are going to fail in this life. I made you must. No. It says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to fail you. He says, you are more than conquerors. He said, you are blessed and highly favored. He said, the fire will come and not burn you. The waters will come and not sweep you. You want me to throw verses for you? These are verses I use to empower myself every day. I tell people, you shoot me if it's not my time, the bullet won't work on me. Not because I have anything going on there. No, it's just I strongly believe that once you are walking in purpose, that is only when the weapons fashioned against you can prosper. If you are supposed to go east and you are heading west, be very careful. Those weapons may prosper. You have to be walking in line with the purpose God has created you for. I hope that helps.
Thank you so much, Coach Alex. You already answered the question I was going to ask you, because I see that the foundation of your success and whatever you do, what gives you the strength is anchored in your faith in God. You're not apologetic about it. You've said it clearly, because and you have also kind of touched on the fact that it's not just you being in church and confessing the promises of the Bible, but you have to do something about it. You have to walk in your purpose, and that just does it for me and for everybody who cares to listen. That has been Coach Alex. You can always go to his website. Please tell us the website again where people can go and get all of these things.
AlexIhama.com. Ihama is IHAMA. Or just Google me. I'm more active on social media, Instagram, Alex Ihama. I'm the only Alex Ihama on the planet, at least that is known.
All right.
So, so I Google it all the time. I saw one, I'm the only one.
Okay.
I'm not saying the others I don't know, but the name is not common. It sounds common, Alex, yeah?
How about the School of Greatness.com?
Yes, no, schoolofgreatness.ca, not .com.
Okay, schoolofgreatness.ca.
.com was taken before.
Okay.
So we have schoolofgreatness.ca. We have schoolofgreatness.africa. So if you're in the Africa continent, it'll be easier for you to go there. If you're in the North America continent or Europe, you can go to .ca.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Alex. It's been a pleasure having you. And I want you to know that God will reward all your sacrifice, especially within your community. You have sowed so much seed. You have given of your time, your resources to our community. You've built people up. You've coached people free of charge. You've done leadership training for organizations in and around you, in churches. You've just done so much, and that's how I got to know you. And I want to prophesy that God will flourish your business and bless everything that you lay your hands on, and it will be well with you. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you.
The honor is all mine, Mr. Chidi. If you'd allow me also say I admire you. I'm not just saying this because of what you said. I admire your passion, your focus, your vision. I remember the first time we met ages ago and things, and you went to school, I believe, as an architect or engineer, and you recognize along the way that profession doesn't equal to purpose. In fact, you only begin to live a fulfilled life once you've transitioned from your profession into your purpose, and then turn your purpose into your profession. That is something you have done, and you've done it exceptionally well. You are a man of service. I admire you and I appreciate you. I know that, you will go very far and your legacy will live on for generations. So thank you. Greetings to your wife. You have a lovely wife, lovely family.
Thank you, sir.
I believe her name is Erica also, but I haven't seen her in ages. But I extend my love to her and to your family. And if there's anything I can do, you can always tap on my shoulder. I love you all. Listen, God bless you all and take care.
Thank you so much. That was, power pack, no dull moment. That was Coach Alex Ihama doing what he knows best to do, inspiring us, encouraging us, and coaching us on what you need, the tools you need to make it in life. We're going to have another guest not long from now at 12 noon, so make sure you come back when we'll be talking to Pastor Onyemamoye on this same program. And I'd like to appreciate you for staying with us throughout the program. From all of us in Worshipmedia Studios in Toronto, Canada, this is Chidi signing out.